Engulfed within the still small whispers of yesterday's sorrow, my next step grows dim. In a mirror, I see a false picture of my tomorrow because what I think is my future is simply a reflection of my past. I can't get past old mentalities and patterns. Rejection follows me everywhere I go and calls my back its place of rest. Heavy, it lies its head in the crevice of my neck and breathes deep into my veins, pulsing, palpitating, pacing back and forth, trying to figure out where I've gone wrong or where I've done harm. Why do they all leave? Loneliness holds my face closed and stares deep into my eyes, telling me endless, friendless, reckless stories of abandonment. Disappointment reaches across oceans of hope and builds a bridge for me to get to him. Stroking the frame of my face, entranced, he carries me away onto an island of failed attempts of love, relationship, and expectations shattered. Clouds all above me. Clouds. Dark, gloomy, disaster strikes, but no rain, no rain. For this season is a dry one, and although it looks like my life is on the brink of a storm, I'm actually caught in a drought. Left behind like the ghost of Christmas past, as my gifts of love are slowly unwrapped, appreciated, amused, abused, used. My gifts become presents whose presence is no longer requested. Absence. No sense, no fragrance, no sense as my mind wallows away into fields of ignorance. Bliss. After all, that is what ignorance is. She was foolish to believe that anyone could care enough to plant, water, garden, prune the sunflower that beats red within her chest. Depressed, oppressed, I confess, I am not okay. And just like that, all heaviness falls away like leaves in the autumn. Waves crash on shore, turning brittle bones and weak structures into firm, solid rock. With every wave comes no breaking, but instead reshaping, building, strengthening. Thunder, lightning, a rainstorm, and each raindrop plops on the cheeks of this broken girl and washes away all signs, tears, and residue of hopelessness. Flooded tides rise, and oceans of forgiveness swallow me whole. Fall, fade, float, flicker into the lights that adorn every branch. Beat, breathe, bathe in the glory of contentment as comparison trickles off the palm of my hand to the tips of my fingers. Straight, stand straight, and stare into the eyes of the sun as you swoon, swim, swing back and forth in this thing called love, where our arms are stretched wide to reclaim your disappointment. Nailed it right on the head, just what my sunflower heart and somber soul longed for. Head that bowed, bought, bestowed a crown of thorns upon his head. King, how could I ever forget the one who also felt and bore this pain of rejection more than I could ever? As people spit, slapped, laughed, and those closest to his soul defiled, degraded, denied him before the roosters crow. Painful poking, piercing stabs, no, not to his back, instead his side. Hanging, hopeless, honest, truth, real love. His life gone with a stride, but not taken, given, so that these eyes that have seen and these hands that have touched what was forbidden no longer need to be hidden. For when I was stripped naked, vulnerable, afraid, he still called my name. Stephanie. He called me, not my shame. So who are you, rejection? Who are you, disappointment? Who are you, loneliness? Who are you, depression? Who are you in the presence of this unconditional, never failing, never forsaking love that cannot be tamed? He didn't call for you. No, he wrote my name in this book of life. By his stripes, his strife, I am healed. Whipped, wounded, wasted, and hung on a tree, he didn't stay there. He came down for me, for you. 3 days later he rose, and the petals of all things evil, ugly, and hurtful remained in a cross, buried in a tomb, overcome, conquered. And as sure as the sun has risen, so the sun will rise again tomorrow. Mercies new. I stumble, stand, and stride into the unknown, my future. Unseen, unveiled, but gentle hands of grace embrace my waist and cradle me into a hope so tight I'm suffocating in intoxicating truths that course through my veins. I am worth it. Rewiring broken systems, I know life again. facing the reality that I may go the rest of this life running through poppy fields of rejection. I will face each moment with hands held high, knees kneeling, needing to know, to believe that he has overcome. He has won. Daughter, I am. Heir to the inheritance of acceptance from the only one who matters, the one who truly knows me. I surrender. I'm yours. Now until forever. Yours truly.